we'll hold this position for another 10, 20 seconds. We've got lots of squats tonight, so that's going to be fun. But it should be able to manage. You won't need to wait for anything unless you want to make it harder, which you're more than welcome to. Alright, bring it up. I'll run through the first couple of exercises. Pretty straightforward. We've got jogging on the spot and squats. So you do 20 seconds of jogging, 20 seconds of squats, 4 times through. We know how to jog on the spot. If you can't jog for whatever reason, just march as long as you're moving. With our squats, we want about shoulder width wide with our feet position, toes pointed slightly out so they're not dead straight. And we want our knees tracking in line with the middle of your feet there. So we don't want this sort of thing happening as you're coming up. Really try and push them to the side. Show your side on. You want your heels on the ground at all times. Want to try and keep your torso as upright as possible. So we don't want this sort of thing happening. Want to try and keep your chest nice and high. Alright. So we've got 20 seconds of jogging, 20 seconds of squats, 4 times through, and then we rest. If you want to add a weight, you can for your squats. You'll just be holding it chest height. Alright. So get into position. We'll start in about 10 seconds. Alright. 3, 2, 1, and go. So nice and easy, just jogging on the spot. So we're going to have 20 seconds. Just focus on your breathing, nice deep breaths. Halfway. 3, 2, 1, and change. So straight into your squats. So just focus on those technique cues that I said before. So knees in line, chest up, heels always on the ground. We're almost there. 3, 2, 1, and back to jogging. So we've got 3 more rounds to go. Nice easy warm up here. Halfway. 3, 2, 1, and change. So straight into your squats again. Just make sure you're squeezing your glutes at the top. So you've got that full extension of your hips. 2, 1, change. So back to your jogging. We've got 2 rounds to go. Nice and easy. Just make sure you keep your breathing under control. Almost there. 3, 2, 1, change. So back into your squats. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1, change. We've got 1 more round to go. Halfway. 3, 2, 1, and back down. Last lot of squats, then we get a rest. Ten seconds to go. Almost there. 3, 2, 1, and time. All right. Grab a drink if you need a drink. I'll run through the next one of exercises while we're resting. The next one, we've got 3 exercises in a row, 20 seconds of each. We're going to do it twice. These ones are going to be fun. So we've got your normal squats, which we just did then. So 20 seconds of normal squats. Then you're going to bring your feet together. So heels together, toes pointed out. Step back a little bit so you can see it. So squatting in that position. So 20 seconds of them. Then we're going nice and wide. Make sure those toes are pointed out again. So about 2 shoulder widths wide. And we're doing 20 seconds of wide squats. It's going to be 20 seconds normal, 20 seconds narrow, 20 seconds wide, 2 times through. So that's 2 minutes of non-stop squatting. So it'll be interesting. We'll rest another 20 seconds or so, just so you can psych yourself up for it. If you want to add a weight, you can. I probably wouldn't, but it's up to you. All right, we are starting in about 5 seconds. So get ready. 3, 2, 1, and go. So just 20 seconds of normal squats. All the same technique cues apply, so heels always driving through the ground, chest as upright as you can. Keep those knees tracking in line with those toes. 3, 2, 1, and change. So heels together, and back to normal. Keep doing squats though. So you should feel that slightly different muscles are working depending on which angle and position you're in. And change, so nice and wide. Turn those toes out in a 10 and 2 position on the clock. Keep that torso as upright as you can. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and change back to normal. So we've got one more round of those 3 movements. Halfway. Doing well, guys. Just keep chipping away at it. 3, 2, 1, change. So heels together. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1, change. Nice and wide. Last 20 seconds. And then we get a couple minutes rest. Almost there. 10 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Cool. Stretch it out if you need to. We'll rest for 2 minutes here, so I can get my breath back. I'll run through the next exercise while we're resting. We've got single leg deadlifts. So this one's going to work your hamstrings and your glute. We've got 30 seconds on your left, 30 seconds on your right. We're going to do 3 rounds of it back to back. So 3 minutes of work. Single leg deadlift. Standing up on one leg, and we're just hinging at your hip, and then back up again. All right, hinging down, back up, down, back up. Well, try and have your body and leg parallel to the ground if you can at the bottom of the movement. It does help to have a little bit of weight as support. Just helps to balance because it counters the weight of your leg. You don't have to have it though, but if you do, it's just like that. Always have a slight bend in that leg, so it's not fully extended. That just allows you to have a bit more stability through your knee joint there. But other than that, yeah, pretty straightforward. If you need to, just stay close to the wall so you can use that in the hands if necessary. Otherwise, yeah. We'll rest for another 20 seconds just so I can breathe, and then we'll get into it. So it's going to be 30 seconds on each side. All right, into position. 3, 2, 1, and go for it. So 30 seconds on one leg, And then I'll say change, 30 seconds on the other. This one's not a race, it's all about control. You really want to focus on squeezing through your glute at the top of that movement on the way up. You should be able to feel your hamstrings working, especially on the way down. You should be able to feel it loading up. 2, 1, change, so 30 seconds on the other side. Doing well, for about 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, change. It's back to the other side again. We've got 2 more rounds. Halfway. 3, 2, 1, change. Make sure you're engaging through your core throughout this movement as well. Just because we're not specifically working it doesn't mean it shouldn't be activated. Got 10 seconds. Doing well. 3, 2, 1, change. Back to the other side. We've got 1 more round. 30 seconds left on each leg. Halfway. Almost there. 3, 2, 1, change. Last 30 seconds, and then we'll get a rest. $20 seconds to go. $10 seconds. Almost done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, grab a drink if you need a drink. We'll rest for a minute and a half with this one. Because the next lot we probably won't enjoy. So we're going back to those 3 squat variations again. So 20 seconds normal, 20 seconds narrow, 20 seconds wide, 2 rounds through again. If you found it easy the first time, now would be the time to add weight to make it that bit more challenging. Otherwise, just stick to what we had before. We'll rest for another 30 seconds or so, and then we'll get into it. So we need another 2 minutes of non-stop squatting. And then, I think that's it for our squats. Yeah, so it's the last lot of squats. All right, we'll start in about 15 seconds. So, stack yourself up. Grab your weight if you need your weight. Right, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go for it. So just 20 seconds, normal stance. Ten seconds gone. Make sure you're thinking of those technique cues that I've mentioned before. And change, heels together, toes pointed out. Try and keep that chest and torso as upright as possible. Driving all your weight through your heels, not through your toes. 3, 2, 1, change. Nice and wide. Turn those toes out to a 10 and 2 position. Really try and push those knees out as you're coming up. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Back to normal. We've got one more round. Ten seconds to go. 3, 2, 1. Change. Heels together. Halfway. Change. Last 20 seconds. Then we'll get a rest. 10 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1, and time. All right. Grab a drink. We'll rest a little bit here. Next two exercises are going to be pretty easy. So you'll be able to recover a lot with them in time for our finisher. So while you're resting, you need to stretch out your quads. I'll show you the two exercises we've got. We've got donkey kickbacks. So on your hands and knees, try to make sure everything's in like a nice straight line. So straight up, straight down, as much as possible. What we're going to do is we're just bringing up one leg at a time, alternate each rep. And what we are aiming for here is you want to try to think about getting your heel as close to your head as you possibly can. So you want to try and curl your leg up, so we're not just sort of kicking up in the air. You really want to think about that curling movement. And you should feel it through your glute and through your hamstring. All right. We want to avoid too much twisting through your torso. So we don't want this sort of anything like that happening. You want it strict as possible. The stricter you go, the more you feel it through your hamstring and your glute. We're supersetting that. Nice and easy bridges. So I like to rotate my hips so that I'm pushing my lower back into the ground, and then we're just driving up as high as you can. I like to push through with my heels on this one too, as opposed to my toes. I find if I push through with my heels, I can feel it. I can get my glutes to work a lot more than if I was just to sort of come up. So we're going to do 30 seconds of each, and we've got 3 rounds of it. So we'll start in about 15 seconds. So get yourself set up. First exercise is our kickbacks. So ready, 3, 2, 1, and go for it. So just alternating legs each time. We've just got 30 seconds of these. Nice and easy. It's really important you try to think about those muscles working with this one, because it is quite an easy movement. Almost there. 3, 2, 1, and change. Onto your back. Rotate your hips, and then driving up. Really think about squeezing through your glutes at the top of the movement, pushing through those heels. Halfway. Five seconds. 3, 2, 1, and change. So hands and knees again. Round 2. So really think about getting that heel as close to your head as you possibly can. The more you emphasize that movement pattern, the more you feel it through your hamstring. 3, 2, 1, change. Spend your bridges again. Halfway. Three, 2, 1, and change. Last round. Last 30 seconds of kickbacks. We're going to try and get that heel as high up as you possibly can. About 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and change. Last lot of bridges, and then we'll get a little bit of a rest again. So really focus on squeezing those glutes at the top. Past halfway. Almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. All right, grab another drink if you need a drink. We've got one last lot of exercises, or one last exercise to do. I'll show you while we're resting. Nice and simple, it's a wall sit. Yeah. Obviously you'll need a wall with this one. If you don't have any walls, then just do a, just hold a squat at 90 degrees. But with our wall sit, what we want is our shin to be vertical. So your knee and heel should be in line. Right? So we don't want our knee too far over. We don't want it too far back, otherwise it's a lot easier. We want our top of our thighs to be parallel with the ground as well. All right, so we're in that 90-degree position, and then you're just going to hold it there. All right. And what we're doing is 45-second hold, then a 15-second rest, and we've got 3 rounds of it. So that last round will be difficult. If you want, you can add a weight. If you're going to add a weight to this, I hold it just out about there, so not against your chest, not against your legs, have it down a little bit. That should help engage through your core as well. If you do find you're struggling and you have to come back up, take a deep breath and then go straight back down again. We want to try and hold it for as long as possible. All right. So we'll rest for another 15 seconds and then we'll get into it. So it's the last lot of exercises. A nice finisher for tonight. It will probably start to burn after a while, but just focus on your breathing. All right, 3, 2, 1, and go for it. So 45-second hold, nice deep breaths. Try to block out the pain. We're just going to hold it there. 15 seconds gone. Nice deep breaths. Pass halfway. Almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. So we got 15-second rest, and then we got 2 more rounds. So a quick shake off if you need to, and then get ready for round 2. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1, and go. Just focus on your breathing. Past halfway now. Almost there. Ten seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. So we've got 15-second rest. Then we've got one more round. Almost done. Last exercise for today. All right, let's get ready. 3, 2, 1, and go. Last 45 seconds. We can do it. If you do have to come up, take a deep breath, straight back down. Just focus on your breathing. Try to block out the pain. We're almost there. Last exercise. It's halfway now. Almost. 15 seconds. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Good stuff.